Alright, we are back. More witness. And yeah, we finished this room. That, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We are continuing on. Hopefully, our final stretch. What other nonsense do I have to deal with from here? Okay, this is that area that I saw from way out there. I think I was in the tree house area. I saw this little opening earlier. Let's see any environmental puzzles from this angle. Setting up the treehouse. Replica. Probably something that I'll like need to line up. Some weirdness. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We are continuing down. What do we have here? Oh, great. I do not enjoy this. This does not spark joy. Okay. So, kind of stare at it from a distance. It looks like we have two sets of colors. So split these. Split these. Okay. So, again, we have two sets of colors. This one's green, this one's blue. The way things line up. So these go blue, red, yellow, green. Does it kind of go like that? I kind of focus on what color it is with the background. The background this turns green, or background blue is green. This one is background blue is green. So this one needs to go with those. This one needs to go with those. So if I do something kind of like this. Okay. So this one matches up with this one. Star is yellow as well. So we need to combine the two stars for sure. Let's isolate this. Do that because we need to isolate this one. No, we definitely need to separate these two. We need to actually group these because this is yellow star, so that means this can actually go with this. So if we do something like this, that should be good. And then same for over here. white. Something kind of like that. This. Oh, this doesn't match this. This one's this color, so I need to combine this with this. So, to isolate this, isolate that. Then combine those two. No, because I brought in an extra thing there. What if we did this then? Yeah, this does not feel right. Hold on. Need to go all the way up to isolate it. Then back down. Oh, I didn't. No, yeah, because, yeah, shoot. Hold on. I feel like that is required. I can go down here. And this is required. Now I can't separate those. So I did something because I need a clear path from here to here or here to here. But because I need separation here, that means this has to be. It just has to be, I think. I can't combine those. This has to be separate. Those separate, but I need to not do that extra star. That's not gonna be it. I need this to match up with this. These two. Or this somehow, but that won't work because in order to match this with this, I need to also combine this with something. Well, I guess if I did something like no, because in this and yeah, these two can't go together. I need complete separation. So this has to be the start. Something like this. No, because I need to separate this from that star. Something like this. No. Because I can't go too far over. All right, what if we start over here? That work is now. I've cut off that star. Yeah, from the bottom, there's no way to separate these two while including these corners. The only way to include those corners is if I do this. If I go around this way, I would have to come down from here somehow. Like that. But now there's too many stars. Combine those. Those two are not happy. Do something like this, though. No, because now I have no way to separate this area here. I guess if I went down this way. Actually, this could work. Yep, okay, I was just thinking about the wrong way. I was thinking they had to combine these two, but in reality I had to combine those two. So, how do we go about doing this? Alright, so the stars are a different color. If I wait for it to become a blue background, that makes it solid. So it means these two are pink, these two are green. if I combine those, split that. Need to somehow combine this one and one of these down here. So I think the best way of doing that would be something like so that gets all the colors. Not quite. That gets all the colors. But there's too many. Too many for the star. For this, it needs to either be here or here. It's the only two combinations it can be. It can't be here because this needs to be combined with something. So it means this needs to be this shape. So we need something like this. So the only ways we can do that is if we come at it from below. So we would have to come at it from here to cut it off and then still get up here. Well, I guess no, if we start here, come back around and over. Well, yeah, no. We would need a way to be able to get back to this wall. This wall is limiting where we can start that from. So the only place we can start that is from over here. This spot specifically. So then we can go up and around and then out. So that means these two are the same color, so we should be able to combine those. If we do that, that automatically combines that. So we would need to make a connection somehow. Need to isolate that, come up, come through here, come around, And we have no way to get real separation here, though. Let's see here. Need to be here in order to make this. But if we do that, we have no way to separate these two. Try to go up one to make the shape here, and then we're just getting a single star. Around this way. Now we have no way to actually make the shape. Because we need that corner. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is the same as this color. This is the same as this one. Green. It's red. This one's red. So... about are we doing this? Seriously, for this shape, I don't see anything other than these four squares. If we do these four, that's isolating a star. But if we do that, it means we need to hit this corner, and then that's blocking, then we can no longer get separation here. Came at it from above somehow, went around this way. If we did that, we're having to cross up, and then we have no way of getting back to the finish. Because if we try to start over there, well, we just cut off the entire map. No, we can't get to the finish. That we can't get full isolation to do that. The only way we can get full isolation, still get back to the center, is if we start at the bottom. Start from right here. Then, how do we get this? Does not seem possible. Unless, because these are the same color, it's counting that as a color. And it's hard to double check that because it's when things flashing like that. I'm gonna go off that assumption. So in that case, if we combine these two, make a separation here. Go around and combine those. Then make this full shape. No, there's too many for that bottom star. Let's go grab these first, just to get them out of the way. Those go together. Then we make the separation. But now I need to go up here. Do it this way. Separation. We're going about doing that. So I need to start here. I can't start there going this direction. I need to go across here and up. Something kind of like this. Yep. And then we go up and around and separate that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's something new. The fact this was a colored marker. It went along with this star. Okay. It's only a background color that's shifting it. The actual colors themselves are not actually changing. So use separation here. Need a separation here. Here. Need something here as well. Yeah, I need some sort of zigzag here to separate those three. Separate those two. I need something there. And felt good. Until this. I need to come at it from above. Kind of like that. Nice. These colors are giving me a headache. There's that area. That's that zigzag. It's like, do they plan for this area to look like ruins? Alright, so we're creating a path again. Yes. There are... It's probably going to be the exit. We need to get across in order to get more puzzles. Get through there. To combine those. Okay, so we need to actually open that up first. It's the solution to get over there. Okay. Now, I don't know if we need different ways over there or not, but we have one across so far, so let's go check it out. We gotta actually solve all of them. Alright, that's actually kind of neat. Okay, so we need this area for sure. And we need 3 and an L. But that needs to be its own thing. It has to be... You come at it from below. That, but that doesn't get this one. So for us to be able to isolate 3, it has to go like this. It has to go like this. For us to isolate these, it has to come around. Does that solve it? I think so. Okay. So now we need to combine these. It's here. It's here. So in order to go across here, go around, combine those. Make this shape. That's separating the green stars, though. Need to combine these. How do we go about doing that? So that would mean we will need this whole section to be one clump. Because we need these three. And then we need these three. That's not possible. There's no way for full isolation with these three. And there's no other setup. Well, no. It could be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Got 1, 2, 3. That doesn't, well, hold on. We do something like almost that. Yeah, there's no way back up to the center by doing this, which is the problem. We can't go along the outside as the starting point. And we have no way of... That's not getting this thing, though. Oh. There. Yeah, I didn't get that one. This didn't cancel the other ones. Okay, how can we shift that in order to include... I guess if we just go up there first. Just tag this. And then come up and around. Like that. Oh, I flipped it. Shit. Hold on. That was the right idea. I just did it backwards. 2, 3. Like this. There we go. Okay. It's like we're getting to the point where one of this solution is going to work for all of them. Is it this one? No. Still do what we just did, though. Look at it afterwards. See what we're missing. I screwed that one up again. Okay, so that's all those. What do we need to fix for this one? So we need to combine these two. Go up and down. Isolate this one. We can't isolate it because I need that to be part of the stars. We can do this. That's acceptable. Then we do this. Did I get all of them? No. Oh, yes. Okay. Now we need to make another little cut here to squeeze this in. So, best thing to do here it's gonna make things tricky because we need a path back down. Has to either be these two or these two. This has to be the last portion. So we need to end up over here. So then we can do this little zigzag to get this set up. So we might need to start over this way first. Can't do that because I need this area. First. Now I have no way to isolate it. Make this set up first. Now I have no way of getting back to the exit. So how do we go about doing this? We need this for sure. So it feels like we need something kind of like this. That blocks off our path later. Yeah, now we don't have a way of isolation for these shapes over here. I guess we could do something like this. That would also solve it. But now that breaks the stars. The only way the stars would be valid is if we bring the Tetris pieces right into this area. Then we have a valid opening around the outside. So we can't cut straight through. We don't have enough spread on the Tetris pieces to also include the two stars on the inside. So we can go, let's go to 1. Well, no, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We don't have enough spread. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah. We will need to have the Tetris pieces somewhere on the inside here. So, with that theory out of the way, we need to have this shape. I don't see any other way that could be accommodated. We did something like this that cuts off the star. That means we would need to bring that down one more. Maybe, yeah, we can't bring it down anymore because we need the markers. Things like if we brought it down one more, that'll give us a path go to this way. Do a quick isolation. Now we're just locking ourselves in. So we can't go across and then isolate. We would need to come back around. Can't combine those. So that would be an okay start. And if we went down to here, black mark on there, but I don't think that's anything of note. Black mark on the very far right screen. Anyway, if I go back around here, can we somehow get kind of like that? That gives us the Tetris pieces. So it gets us the first one, gets us the second one, gets us the Tetris pieces, it clumps the stars. It does not get the fourth one. If we go one further right to surround that. So if we start here and then come back up and around. And down here. Start our Tetris pieces. Nope, we need to go one more over. There we go. And that also includes the star in that. And then we get our Tetris pieces and then up and over. Alright. Be here. We're changing our bridges. Puzzles up here? No. What are we doing with this? Okay. Where is this wanting to go? This one's not powering anything. Is this one wanting to go over there? Possible because I made... Yeah, I made the connection earlier, so it's powering it. Now I need to make this connection over and power it, but I need an open path in order to get there. I can't turn off this bridge from the other side. So I can't cut this off. I need an opening from here to there. So in order to do that, I need to go start this way. To can I do that? Because I need a way to separate those without crossing. So I need to split them up is what I need to do. Kind of like that. Oh, those weren't connected. Split them up. Split that up and then isolate this. Damn it. To by doing this. I can't do that because then that's blocking the path over. Yeah, that's right. I need to go around this way. That's how I did it. But that's combining a bunch of stars. Find those 3 stars. It doesn't seem... I went to this one and then this somehow. No, that won't work because I would have to cross over. I went over this way. I'd be forced to cross over, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to stay on this side so I can get a path over to there. But I don't see any actual way of doing that cleanly. Because I need to isolate these from these, and the only way to do that is by going up through here. Unless I need to, well, no, but say it's like, alright, maybe if I combine bridges, but that won't work. So powers this, but I have no way to get across. I think I can make that jump. Nope. Do that, that is blocking off my passage from the other side. So this is blocking the bridge. I have no way to disable that one. So what am I to do? It's the only way. This needs to be a clump by itself. But then there's no way to separate this star from these without completely cutting off the area. Unless... Okay, yeah, I see now. So I need to make this connection over to here, and then I come over, disable this bridge, run back across, and then make that connection over. So, in order to do that, I need to group these up. I need to make a cutoff over here. Redoing this. There's too many stars. I need to leave. I guess I can come back around this way into this one. I feel like there's no way to separate these corners and the center without cutting straight across. So we did something kind of like, no, that's just completely isolating the bridge. So slice that. There's too many stars. Need to go all the way across first. Means I can't split these. These have to somehow be by themselves. I guess I can come at it from this way. Does the other side have the same areas locked off? That I don't remember. Like, is there a block here, here, and on those over on the other side? Just doing stuff too quickly. Let's go take a look. What are we looking at from the other side? Nope, not that way. Okay, yeah, we have the same setup here. This is blocked off, this is blocked off. We have no way of going across. So there has to be some sort of configuration that allows me to cross over and then the other side still make a connection. What is that? Something like that is technically accurate, but I can't get over there with that one. Go right up next to it. The only way to get actually across is into one of those. So I need to finish up top somehow. Just the way this side works, it has to. They have to go by themselves like that. So it's technically a valid path, but we have no way to connect the other side now. But what if... It has to be some sort of cutoff point that would allow us to go across. So we can't split these two either. Here's too many stars. There's no way to split these up. And this just goes all the way across, which cuts off our path. So we like go actually very close. Because that is combining the center and right stars. It's combining the center and left stars. Do that. Let me go right there. That's all I want. That's not giving me this path anyway. Both need them. I actually need them both connected because we need the light's not toward that anymore. That gives us one of them. Can't get both down that route. There's no way we can actually get across through this. There's no actual connections that we can make. You could just make that little jump. That would be great. Because this feels like it should go over to there, yeah. You see the connection right there. So we need both of them to power this door. Which... how are we doing that? If there's only one input. So, we need to rethink about what we're doing here. Okay, so any connection powers that. Any connection at all. Does that mean if I do a loop over here? Find out if I can make an opening that leaves a little loop. You mean like it? Start over here. Actually, maybe something like this could work. Okay. That leaves us a connection like this. So maybe that's enough to power it. Ah, it is. I don't know how do we get there. Now that this is connected, I can go over here and make the connection straight across. This will stay. Now I should just be able to... this way. Let's see here. Maybe. Because I think that might be blocking some of my paths now. No. Should be... no, because I definitely need to split this now. But actually, that might be doable. If I go... no, this needs to be something different. So because these need to be, I need to do some sort of clump up here. So let's think about this. Because of this separation, that means these two need to go together somehow. So it means this I need to bring out here somehow. So change things. Let's try to give as much room as I can. Okay. It gives me as much room on that other side to work with. Now I can actually take this and isolate that. And now I can take this and then go straight across. No. Yes. No, because I need to separate these two. I need isolation between these somehow. Because now I have no way of separating white and black. Yes, I did. Hold on. Yeah, once I disable this one, I have no way of getting around here. This path is going to be open up. Let's leave that. Let's see if we can figure out a setup that works for both sides. So let's assume this is going to go like down through here. Yeah, we can't make this connection. That's just not going to happen. So we need to assume that this is going to go like around here and up. So then I can do something like this. Assuming this is going to be a connection. Give myself as much I can work with. As much real estate in the center as I can handle. Do that, I can now go up here, separate these. I need to do that. This gives me a path to isolate that black over there now. Work because I need might work. So I do that, and then I can come over. Need to be able to go straight across. Well, no, because I need go straight through. No way of separating these. Ah, damn. Okay. This one's being troublesome. Do something like this. I have no way to isolate. Well, I guess I do. If I hit this. So here, if I go through here. Made the loop. Step across each one of those, can I? Pretty sure I can't. It won't let me. Yeah. Cannot cross the streams. This setup, I would need to split the two, but now those, I have no way of isolating that. So all the way up there. Which does now give me a path over to here. Maybe that's what I need to do. I needed then to isolate this, which gives me another route over here. Which now then gives me a route over here, and then now later I can go over through there. It's just there's no one set solution. It's a back and forth. Make adjustments on each side. So like now here, I can go over through here. Actually, I can do it differently. So kind of like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. So now we isolate these two stars and white. These are not able to be touched at all now. And then now this I can take over and go straight across. Yep. Just go. All right. Another section down. Now we want this. Let's see. So I guess this is, if we want to go up, go up. Pretty sure that's where we currently are. So then if we want to go down, we go down. Hey, Mr. Coffee. Good to see you. We're making progress. These, what seem to be final set of puzzles, are quite a bit. Okay. What do we got here? We have floor puzzles. They're going to... Yeah, neat. What are these going to do? They're probably going to do something. That lit up this section of floor. Do we need to light them all up? Do we need to do something specific? Let's see here. Didn't seem to light it up any specific pattern. Let's see here. Oh joy. Alright. Huh. Okay. Nope. We just need to go there. Oh. Okay. So we need... It wants each shape that we locked in. Alright. 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 I see what it wants. So if we did something like this, we would be happy with this one, but none of the rest. And it's a reflection puzzle, so that means in theory we cannot do anything that's 3 long because they'll just they'll hit each other. So we go about doing this. It doesn't seem possible, or no, this one could be turned. So do something like this. Combine it. With that. Be something. Go that far over. So we did. Shape. Could be something like that. And they be combined. Can't reflect through that. But we did a shape kind of like that. Yeah, it's not happy with any of those. Here. So if we did something like this. No. How am I trying to do this one over here? also slightly different because this is 4. But we have 5 here, so we have a little bit more to work with. I guess this is counting as the marker. If that's the case, it should be okay. This, no. That has to be the marker. Could be okay with this. No, it is not. Okay. Why isn't it okay with that? It's the correct shape and it's turned. In fact, this is 5 and this is 4. Does mean it shouldn't be over here. Those don't line up. Just for shits and giggles, let's try that one up there and see what it does. Okay, yeah, it doesn't like that one either. What happens if we do it like this? Okay, that's happy with that one. I didn't like this one. Go. Did I miss a square earlier? No. Does it want the other one? In this case, be something kind of like combine the two. That also includes that. So kind of like this. Do but now there's no way to really set that one up in this situation. Just due to the way it curves because we collide here. But it can't be that one. Unless we go all the way up here somehow. So do something kind of like that. Still doesn't like that. What is the right shape? Oh, maybe because it's combining with that one. I didn't combine with any others earlier. Likes that. This one is not possible from where it's at. Collide. it from this direction. Yep, I like this stuff. Here, I can do exactly that. Yeah, it's happy with that. Let's see. Find the two? No. Yeah, it was up this way anyway. Okay. That's happy with those two. So can I find a configuration like this? Because this also sets up that top right corner. Let's take a look here. I don't think there's a way to get that set up here because we have to hit this wall. We also need to cut out these. There's no way to make that cut out. This is the only orientation that would work. We start here. That blocks our exit. Go here. We can't fully isolate. We can't fully isolate. Blocks our exit. Yeah, that one can't be it, I don't think. Be this directly because we just collide. And we have no way to get back up. There's our way to combine all these. We got the square. We have the L. Corner. Need the turn that the other way. Do this into this. And gets the left side. How do we fit in the right side? Two, three. This one again. I think it's the L. Change this up any to actually get all of them in. It's too many. It doesn't like that. Let's see here. Because this does that. Yes, the 3 across could work if we were to combine these. So if I did something like this, that would give the 3 across. Let's see. Did 3 across. Probably need to include these. I think these are the marker. So 3 across. We need to do this. That's our 3 across. Then across. O in the center, and then corner, corner. Yeah, this would fit everything. So if I do that, which exact pieces do I need? First, let's swap this over to the 3 across. 3 across at the bottom. 2, 3, 1. L. No, not wrong. 3 piece at the top. Actually, no, this might work. No, there's an overlap. Because 3 across, that's satisfying this one. L, satisfying this one. That leaves us these 6 to work with. So I need, I guess we can also change this up to go either this way or this way. So in order to fit all of this with what we have, I would need, this one is locked in. So that would be this. That is taking up this space. It's 3 o'clock cross, we're locked in right here, so we can ignore that. This is going to be the L shape. We can ignore that. So we're working with this 6 and this 1. Yeah. One of these is going to be taken by this one. So that leaves us with 6 spaces. Yeah, 3 and 3. So it's not going to fit right because this is taking that up. Maybe we can fit in 2 more squares and do this L and this 4 piece. Because if we're adding 1 more square, we have to add 2 squares. In that case, that would give us 4, 8, 12, 15 squares to work with. 5 times 3, that would be this just chunk. We would just go straight up and then out. So then we will be able to do a 4, L, an L, and in the corner. That would work. So we have to swap this over. That one's good. Swap this one over. Oh yeah, but then there's this one that cannot be made. That does throw things into a loop. Because this one just cannot be made. Alright. We were on the right path previously. Because we cannot do that one. Just the way it's set up. Alright. Back to this. Something kind of like this. Like that it's angry at all of them. Some of them are technically correct. Because technically if we do... isolate that without other things. Doesn't even look like there's anything there. Just walk right through. Just walk right through. Alright, so what are we missing? Pretty sure those count as the markers. Which we can't even test in this situation anyway. Set things up in a different way. Because here we're asking for 4 plus 9, 12, 2, 3. This would be a weird setup. That's like 12 right there, 9, 10, 11. So... do 4 L L. That would include this one, and we don't want that. Need to something symmetrical because of the reflection. So, because yeah, if we do something like this, that'd give extra over here that we don't want to work with. Need to combine them somehow. Felt like previously I was on the right track. 3, 3, 1. Somehow get like 2 L's. In fact, this is a P shape. Screws with that. Unless we did P, L. We're encroaching for the 3 across. Feels like it doesn't matter the order we put them in. It's going to be like a square, Something fits in. P, L, and it leaves this area to work with, but this would overlap. L, but then I'd need another L instead of the 3 across. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 blocks. 9 plus 4. So this is the 13 that I'm working with. What happens if I just swap this to the other one and try it again? Am I going about this? Like this. Like any of them. Why doesn't it like any of them? So what if we add in this one, which means we'll add in this one, and we'll be able to do both of them. So L, we'll do the small L here, big L here. P, it's too many. Oh, we'd have to do another big L, not that one. So then here, what shape is that? An actual one of those. So if we did that, how would that look like? Not great. That's cutting off too many areas because it'd have to go over and down. Which means it would cut off this one. If I was up here, that would cut off one of these. That just doesn't feel right. So if we do that, can do, we try to make something that works for both of these. This would have to be the 4 because this is a 4 block, that's a 3 block. So we're going to do that. Can we do 5 up with 1 sticking out of a corner? A 2 corner. It's the way that's set up. It'd be sticking out of a 3 corner. Which I guess... to be a straight piece in order to do that. That wouldn't really work. In order to make this something that works with this 4 and this 3, 3, but we'd have to match the L shape. Blocks just would not line up properly. Specifically, you have to be a 4 and 1 because it can't be rotated. This is the only one that can be rotated. Let's see here. So I don't think we can make 2 isolated things like this that would satisfy both of them. Just doesn't seem possible. We can do this with this one over here with a 4 and a 3. Set this back up. But it likes that with this side now. It's fine with these. These. How do we go about doing that? Some with the reflection that is adding to it that I'm not seeing. Yeah, just the way those blocks add up does not work here. Need a straight or a square. All I can do on the left side is subtract a block. Either subtract one on the left or add one on the right, and that's not going to help any. Because this is the right number of blocks on both sides. Just can't get the right orientations. Happens if we shift things up slightly. Will that make anything clearer? It makes it so that we can't actually complete the top anymore, because I would need to come out and around, and now I have no way to get back up to the center. So if I want to do anything with this setup on the left side, this is it. Happy with those. It likes those. It doesn't like these. Is it because I am following the same pattern here? No, because I'm not following the same pattern. If I do some sort of a reflection based off of these, I can go 1, 2, 3. See, yeah, just nothing lines up properly. Added that one block, and that would be 4, 8, 12, 15 I'm working with. Try something here in the center. There's 15 here. So I did a square. Square, L, L, won't work because this center has to be included no matter what. Just the way this works sets up. This center row has to be included if I want to do one big combination. $15, $16, $17. I wanted to go all the way across. But we don't have 17 blocks to work with. We have at most 15, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. In theory, that would be this. But it doesn't like that. Oh yeah, we can't even do that. We can't do a full 15. Because that one won't set up that way. So that means we have 14 in this setup. No. Yeah. 8 plus 6, 14. Which we can't get a clean 14 out of this. We get 6, we get 10. Plus, if we cut out the center somehow, because that would be cutting out the center. But again, that goes back to the thing where I'm trying to make symmetrical things on each side, and it does not line up. What if it's like this? Oh. The only way we're able to combine the two is if we also include some of it. That's too many squares. Go back to this setup. This is 15, 16, 17. It's too many squares to work with. But let's just take a look real quick. Yeah. Because we have an L there. Small there. It's too much. Too much. That's not going to work. Try cutting out a lot and doing something weird. This, but now that's cutting off too much and we don't really have anything to work with. Or my favorite setup is still this, because this gets half of it. This gets this half, but then why? What do I need to do for over here? Why is this side being troublesome? Also, why isn't it happy? I actually properly input the shape. Why isn't it happy with this? It can be rotated. It's the shape. Does it only want me to copy what I input? Like I did it in this orientation? So it wants that orientation? Test this one up here, but we can't get an actual corner going properly. Yeah, we can't actually test this side. Alright, let's try that theory. I can't get that going here, but if I go like this, lay it down in this setting, will it be happy with that? Can I get that set up even to work? Cannot. But I might be able to do this. Test that theory. Because that will work. Because I could do this. It still doesn't like it. Why is it angry with this one? Let's listen to this in the meantime.
Looked at on the astronomical timescale, humanity is at the very beginning of its existence. A newborn babe, with all the unexplored potentialities of babyhood. And until the last few moments, its interest has been centered absolutely and exclusively on its cradle and feeding bottle. It has just become conscious of the vast world existing outside itself and its cradle. It is learning to focus its eyes on distant objects, and its awakening brain is beginning to wonder, in a vague, dreamy way, what they are and what purpose they serve. Its interest in this external world is not much developed yet, so that the main part of its faculties is still engrossed with the cradle and feeding bottle, but a little corner of its brain is beginning to wonder. James Jeans, 1928.
Okay. I realize it's probably not happy with it because when I was doing this, I was not actually including it as part of the marker. It's on the outside. So my theory is still in consideration. Can I do it like this? Okay, now it's happy with it. So it does matter the exact shape I input for this one that rotates. So What does that change? This one over here. Yeah, I can't do that. Still get what I want to do. 2, 3, 2, 3. No? That should get what I was trying to do previously. I was just thinking backwards. Should be able to do... Hey, I did it. I think that's what was screwing with me earlier. I had a different input for this, and I was thinking it would work, and it wasn't. But we did it. What else we got? How do those work? More. Rude. Is this another timing puzzle? Alright. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Powered something on the other side. Timing puzzles. Oh, and they change every time. Oh, that's not gonna be cool. Okay. Some puzzles, but I just gotta do them quickly. Only need to do one of them, but we'll see. Possible. Damn it. Okay. Alright. So there's only a couple. This one actually seemed like it was the same thing. Did do both of them. Doesn't reset the right one. Probably does. No, right one's still good. Okay, good. Alright. So. Oh joy. Or. We're outside though. What we got? don't know what that powered. Powered something outside. That went. It's going outside somewhere. Not gonna hunt it down at the moment. Might be something that we need to go do later. Doesn't seem like something we have access to here. Alright. What are we doing here? We are moving. That is very disorienting. Alright, so we need to not do that. Gotta be the last spot we go to is right there. So that means we should do something like this. Over, down, down, over, and up. Next, alright, what we got? Need separation here, need separation there. So if we go do this, separate those. What's that? Bottom is all that. I think I need to go down. I think I made a connection there accidentally. There we go. Right. Those two, so we do three, 2, 3. Not quite. Two, 2. Quite get a setup for that. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Because that cuts this off. There are no other exits. So in order to do that, I need to go two, 2. Need to include this one somehow. Way to include this one is if I did this one, it would have to be to here. Then this guy would be here, and no, that wouldn't be able to fit at all. So this has to be this guy. Because otherwise it would go down over. I guess technically they can both be isolated, couldn't they? Because we have a circle, we can come around to the other side. And then isolate that from this side. We need to go one over. We have room to work with. How do we go about doing this? We need to come at it from over here. Here, down. I can't overlap though. Starting here. There we go. Down, over. Okay. What we got here? Colors. 2 orange stars need to be grouped up at the top. Multiple exits, though. Well, entry points, multiple exits. Is this a reflection? No. Oh, it is. Okay. This is a reflection. Alright. So, then in that case... groups the stars. Separates the colors from what I can tell. Like that or not? I guess it didn't like that. Alright, let's see here. Get the stars at the top, those gotta stay. We need a separation here, separation here. Some sort of separation from top and bottom. Work. It's not work. So we're gonna have to come at it from the side. That doesn't separate this. Start low. An elevator. So now we need the other side to open it. just gonna sit there. Okay. Alright, what we got here? Stars, stars, stars. So many stars. I separate those like that. Separate those like that. That's not going to work. Oh, right. Maybe I went too far. 2, 4, 2, 2. What's this is combining. So let's do it like this instead. Let's go over 1. Over 1 and go all the way to the top. 2, 2, 2. That should do it. Go. Right. What we got here? Just the 2 stars. But the points. So we need to do something kind of like this. We need to finish in the center. Out a little bit. All the way around. Is this reflection? No, there's not. We just need a. I guess it doesn't matter where we start because we can just keep going. So this does reflect. No, it just keeps going around. Alright. So I feel like this is a good starting point. Maybe not. We need a place we can loop around. Like that. The exit, so that's not going to work. White. All right. So if we go at it backwards, there's only certain paths that we're able to go. It is there, so that means we need to hit all of these beforehand. So if we can go right up to the exit without actually getting there, should be here. Loop back around and tag all we can. think the way this side is set up, this is guaranteed, means we need to come at it from this way. Because there's too many dead ends. Side I came all the way. No, I can't do that because it cuts off. I need to be able to tag this from here. I can't do it from the top. So no matter where I do it, I need to go all the way up and cut across somewhere. So we're cutting off our path. So I think we need to start on this side. Means we have to go here, have to go here. But that doesn't work because now we hit another dead end. Alright, so it has to be this way, but we can go down at the bottom first. That hits a dead end. Go down. It's a dead end. Try to do that. That dead end's here. Guess we could go back around this way. I think we cut off our path though. We did. Alright. We start at the bottom this way. Went up, went up, went up. That's the exit. So then we come stair step back down this way. Hitting too many dead ends. It's not a valid path either. Like this way is a dead end no matter what. We go this way, blocking off this one. Go this way, it's blocking off either this one or this one. It has to be the other way. This again. This is creating a dead end here. So if we did something kind of like this. We need to zigzag more. So I think this is creating another dead end over there. Yeah, now we can't get to the exit. go that way because that just creates a dead end. Can't keep going this way because that is already taken. This area we need to be able to go through here, over, up, over, up, over, down. Alright, this seems like it has potential. There we go. What we got here? Same as a reflecting, it is. So. Let's just take it one step at a time. See what we can hit, see what we're missing. Looks like it's it. Not seeing any missing points. Right at the exit. I guess there's multiple exits. That'll work. Okay, and open that. Let me guess, there's gonna be more puzzles. There's a puzzle to use this, probably. Oop, yep, right there. Close the doors, please. If I can see it. How do we line that up? Nope, it's up top. That's just a reflection. Nope. And now we go down. Nope, that opens it. Damn it. Go. Does it just go? Nope. It is behind us. Hey! Achievement finished.
At dawn.
Willy Wonka elevator.
A bubble
A bubble in a stream.
in a stream.
laser's powering down. Okay, the elevator wouldn't fit through there. Maybe the elevator is now part of me. I am the elevator.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
A flash of lightning in a summer cloud.
Through resetting everything as it goes till the next person teleports in. And then they have to do it all again.
A flickering lamp. A flickering lamp.
Flickering lamp.
Never made it up there. There was a tape recorder that we didn't play.
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
A phantom.
A few lasers active over there. No, I guess they got turned off. Back to the very beginning.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And a dream.
And it just shuts down. That is it. The end. Alright, well, like I say, we have finished it. It's a pretty neat little game. I enjoyed it. Still haven't patched the fact that it just closes. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose, honestly. It's very fitting for something like that. It's just all like, and you're done, and over. But yeah, there's definitely more environmental stuff out there. There's definitely the video puzzles down in the basement area that I need to have more to do, but I'll definitely do more of that just off stream. I'll poke at it over time. But I can say I beat it vanilla now, and now I can add it to my randomizers, and our next multi-world will include that. So there will be so many more puzzles ahead of us. We might have learned a few more like environmental puzzles as we go through the multi-world and stuff like that. I'll have a tracker up, so it'll probably tell me exactly stuff I missed, but we'll wander around, see what we can find. I will definitely be starting that multi-world on Tuesday. I'll be doing other stuff in the meantime. I have other multi-worlds I need to work on, but my stacking multi-world will definitely start up on Tuesday. But everyone out there that was hanging out, I appreciate it. And I will catch you all later.